you going?
I'm really excited to do this with you.
Me too. Let's do it.
This is Hunter Boisclair, the owner of Vitality Nutrition Group in Batavia, New York. Super excited to do this with you.
Pleasure.
Thank you so much
for
doing this with me. I really appreciate it, man.
Yeah, no problem.
Let's go. I do want to introduce the audience to you and like how him and I have met. One day I just stopped into Value and I was like looking around. I'm like, hey, kind sir, can I get some mulch around here?
Yeah.
You showed me it, and from there you're like, here you go, man. And we got a little conversation going.
Absolutely.
I just saw your physique and I complimented you on that, and I'm like, dude, nice physique. You're like, thanks, man. And then I don't know where we went from there.
I think it proceeded to go to Instagram DMs. We started talking over there.
Yeah.
And, talk about personal development and the fitness industry. So kind of had a mutual connection there. I think with Nick too.
Absolutely.
So that kind of intertwined everything together.
Nick,
but
Nick Joy.
I believe so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm super happy to be doing this with you, man.
Absolutely. No problem.
The moment I saw you, I felt like you were a pretty like confident stand-up guy.
Right.
So I was like really happy to like see someone who I sort of see myself in. Because I don't feel like there's a lot of people nowadays that have like a lot of self-confidence in themselves.
There's not.
Were you always like the most confident person?
God, no.
Yeah.
No, not in high school. Or not until I don't know. I mean, I guess through my fitness career, I guess that, inclined over time. But
yeah.
I mean, obviously never got to the point where I'm cocky.
Were you ever a personal trainer, or were you just like lifting and whatnot?
No, just lifting. I mean, I'll help people here and there. Like there's someone I'm helping that's works in the same closet as me right now too. He's trying to get into the fitness industry, but he doesn't know what he's doing and isn't familiar with a diet or training program by any means.
I got you.
So he'll do cardio every day, and I'm like, hey man, we got to get you started in some type of program.
Yeah.
So I've been trying to help him. It's like I'll do that if I go to the gym. You know what I mean? Because I'm there regardless. Might as well help people if I can.
Absolutely.
But personal training, I've never done it.
Yeah.
Probably something I fortunately will never do.
I got
not in my niche.
Dude, you're an entrepreneur now.
Yeah.
19 years old?
Yeah, just turned.
You just turned 19 years old. I think I missed your birthday.
Just turned. Maybe. It's okay.
I did.
Next year.
Sorry about it, but happy late birthday.
Thank you.
Dude, to be having a store like this, 1,200 square feet.
Yep.
To be having a store like this at 19 years old,
very cool.
Like, how'd you do it?
Very cool.
Because I'm over here like, I don't have a store. How do I get a store?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I guess it all started. I don't know. I think I've been working for so long.
Yeah.
I think I'm kind of above, or at least the way I present myself and work ethic is above the age that I actually am.
I agree.
I think I started working actually. I think it was like 10 or 11. Worked on the blueberry patch on the farm. 15 minutes ago.
Yep.
Or 15 minutes from here.
Yeah.
I worked for 2 hours, I think, every day over the summer with a few of my buddies. And those 2 hours are the longest 2 hours of my life. I'm like, I'm never going to be able to work an 8-hour shift like my parents. I'm like, this is terrible.
Yeah.
So I hated it at the time, but I think it really grew my work ethic from there. So I worked there from it was either 10 or 11. I can't remember when.
Mm-hmm.
And then when I was I think 14 or 15, I actually went onto the actual farm, tried helping out with bigger stuff. Like we would do bales, we would cover the bunks, I would help take care of the animals. And,
you started this at 10, man. Holy moly.
It was more my parents.
I gotcha.
My dad just, I don't know. I wanted to make money and do some things, and my parents didn't always want to pay for things, so he kind of forced me to get there.
Yeah.
My parents would drive me, or I would ride my 4-wheeler or my bike.
Wow, dude.
If it was my bike, it's like 30 minutes. That kind of sucked.
Yeah.
But most of the time, I just ride my 4-wheeler down the trails.
You were determined to get there.
That was kind of cool.
Yeah. Make money.
It was fun too. I honestly thought overall it was good though. I got to work with my friends, and I hated it some days because it felt like forever. But at the end of the day, I'm like 2 hours now. I'm like, that would fly by.
Yeah, man. I think with your schedule now, I mean, it was hard to get a podcast going with you.
Right.
But I mean, we finally did it.
Yep.
Tell the people a little bit about your schedule, because I feel like your days are.
My schedule now.
Yeah, man.
Schedule now. So I work a full-time job.
Yeah.
It's like 40 to 50 hours, and then every retail hour that Vitality's open, then I'm not at work.
Okay.
I throw myself in the schedule. So typically working around 40 to 50 hours there. Call it 50 on most weeks, especially coming in the summer here. We will be at 50 plus the 30 hours I work here.
Yeah.
It comes out about 80.
Okay.
And that's just 80 with open doors, at the desk actually on the sales floor.
Yeah.
There's at least another 20, if not more, behind the scenes.
Right.
Traveling to go get stuff or working on stuff after hours, when you can get a lot of the time there. Everything has to be up and running when you're actually open for the day.
Absolutely.
But then after we close, we're able to, do things like this and do a lot of the stuff that you can't do while you're open. So
yeah, man.
Yeah, it's crazy busy. Every retail hour, I'm here or there.
Yeah.
And if I'm not here or there, I'm paying someone else to, do my job so I can go out and do whatever else I need to do. So,
Why'd you get into retail? Why this place? Why the business model that you're doing?
So I was gonna open a gym. That was my original plan.
Okay.
Gonna open a gym. I wanted to open it in Attica because there wasn't a gym there or Warsaw. And I was like, all right, perfect opportunity. Attica's the bigger of the two.
Yeah.
Hopefully people will go to both because Warsaw people typically come to Batavia. It's the head of Johnson County. Everybody usually goes there, even though it's Wyoming. Most people come up here.
Gotcha.
So I'm like, okay, Attica will probably be the spot. There's not a gym in Attica. There's only at the school. Not a gym in Warsaw. So I was like, all right, that's the deal. And I kind of knew the guy that was like a realtor, business realtor for commercial spaces in the area. And, that guy isn't too fond of leasing unless it's, above the price he's asking for. So unfortunately, we weren't able to make a deal there.
I gotcha.
So I ended up not opening a gym there. Another company actually went in after me. So someone else saw the same opportunity I did, went in after me in Warsaw. They've had success.
Yeah.
They've been open since December.
Oh, wow.
So about the same time that we were trying to open, somebody else took the opportunity after I didn't. So, and they're doing well. That was actually in Warsaw, not Attica, but the same demographic, same clientele that you're trying to get after and fill that market.
Yeah.
So they did that there. So my second option was a supplement shop. I kind of think into that, and then Batavia didn't have a meal prep place. You see all these other successful meal prep companies between Buffalo and Rochester.
Okay.
Weird that there hasn't been one in Batavia yet.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, well, that'd be cool. And I'm like, well, we could do supplements too.
Yeah.
And gym clothing, kind of and do shakes and acai bowls and
adding more amenities to it.
Yeah.
Trying to get more cash flow going.
Right. I guess the only other competition in Batavia is GNC, but I guess they're more in the vitamin aspect. We're more into the athletic, sports performance department.
Okay.
Then we also do meals, and there's not another meal prep place in Batavia. There was in Elba, although they closed down eventually.
Yeah.
So I know there's maybe one other one downtown, but I believe, to my knowledge, there's not another grab and go place.
Okay.
Like us.
Yeah.
I'm sure you can go to restaurants and such, but there's no grab and go like official meal prep place besides us. So that was where I saw the opportunity here.
Yeah.
And I was big into, as you know, I was big into real estate before this. And anybody in the retail world or the real estate world knows that when a Starbucks or a Chick-fil-A has entered the market of that town, within a certain mile radius, that's a green light to invest there.
Yeah.
Whether it's into a house or a business or whatever the case is.
Okay.
It's a nice community when Starbucks or Chick-fil-A go in. We already had one. Another one opened, and that's just the instant green light. I mean, these companies spend millions of dollars on marketing for a good area to place their business in that they're going to spend millions of dollars in.
Okay.
Why not let them pay the money to do the marketing, or not the marketing, the research for me to invest in that town?
Gotcha.
So that's kind of where that gave me the green light to open up here. The old hair salon went out around the same time that Starbucks was opening.
Okay.
And it's right next to the gym. So I'm like, all right, Starbucks is going in.
Yeah.
Hair salon's leaving. Right next to Planet Fitness. There's
Absolutely.
no other place in town that's probably going to, no other location that's going to succeed as good as this one did.
Yeah.
So all the pieces kind of fit together. And
that's awesome. You just saw the opportunity and went with it.
I didn't think there was going to be another time where the opportunity would come about in such a good location.
Yeah.
And I know, a decent amount of people in this area that will come and help support us. So, that's good too.
That's awesome.
So,
absolutely.
Just the right time, right place, I think.
At 19 years old, I don't think most people have this knowledge to find a good opportunity like this one, make it happen. How did that come all about?
Gaining the knowledge and confidence to open it. I think real estate beforehand I think helped out a lot.
When did you start that? Was that
that was
after
Just Like New. After I started Just Like New, I got into real estate in the mix of that. I was 18.
What's Just Like New?
That was detailing business.
So you started your detailing business?
Yes.
And then you went.
I wanted to start a business before that because I was listening to big podcasts like Andy Frisella's.
Yeah.
I wanted to start a business for a while. I just didn't know exactly what I wanted to do, but I had to wait till I turned 18 regardless. Same thing to get the new position I was looking at work. I had to wait till I was 18. I guess we're kind of backtracking a little bit here.
Yeah.
So Yeah. So I had to wait till I was 18. We started that like a year ago.
Yeah.
I think it was around December, January last year, just when I was turning 18.
Okay.
So we started that, and then I also got a different position at work, which so those kind of got me super busy all at the same time.
Absolutely.
And then after that, I kind of backed down on the detailing a little bit and got less involved, and then pursued real estate a little more, which made me quite a bit of money in a short amount of time, more than I expected. But it's tough money to make, regardless.
Why did you drop your detailing business for real estate?
So I was still in it at the time. I just wasn't as physically involved, like job site wise.
Yeah.
But I don't know. It wasn't really worth my, I guess, time and money.
I understand
at the time.
Yeah.
It was.
You're finding better opportunities.
Yeah. It wasn't something I was, passionate about and really wanted to pursue long term. So I always think like years and years down the road.
Absolutely.
And at the time when we started it, it worked. The partner I went in with was good at detailing.
Mm-hmm.
I had the truck and a little extra capital to invest into starting something like that.
Yeah.
It was something I was somewhat passionate about. I've always been into cars, but
after
you realize that service-based business is where a lot of people start.
Mm-hmm.
It's a low startup. You can make a lot of money. The profit margins are large. It's just really hard to get clients. That's where a lot of people start off, and it can be great as long as you just get that community and client base returning back to you.
I understand.
So that's where I started off with that. It's just that it wasn't my niche at the end of the day.
I understand.
It's just I don't know. It's at the end of the day,
it didn't fulfill you.
No.
You weren't really feeling the vibe with it, so that's totally fine.
Right.
I mean, you pursued real estate, and how did everything with that go?
That was cool. It was. I think that's all about having a great team. Real estate can suck. It can suck. Like a lot of people want to take your money, which blows. You get a contract locked, and then your renegotiations.
Yeah.
I didn't say this. I said this, and then your attorneys get involved, and the process always takes a lot longer. But
yeah.
At the end of the day, that's fun as long as you have a good community, which I was a part of. In Rochester, there's a great community out there. Everybody's nice and will help you. And
I see.
Help you learn. But yeah, that's good. It's just a lot of time, a lot of time spent and no money earned.
I understand.
Just like new, like you can get little money with little time. It's a lot easier to acquire a little sum of money. But real estate's different. You either get nothing or you hit home.
Okay.
So a lot of time calling and no's and hang up and yelling at you.
Yeah.
So yeah, that part of it sucks. But then when you hit home, it's good. So
I feel like it's built a lot of character in you. How I see you now, I feel like you're really good at sales and marketing. I feel that you really try to push that, and I think you probably developed a lot of those skills from real estate.
Probably, and just like new. I mean, there was cold calls involved there too.
Okay.
Reaching out to people that, whether it was warm or cold, you got to reach out.
Absolutely.
Regardless, you know what I mean?
Absolutely.
That's the biggest thing people can't do. They can't actually take action and do it. I mean, you got to make those phone calls. You got to reach out. That's the part that sets a lot of people away from achieving their dreams and just thinking about them. So you just got to do the work.
Absolutely. And I feel like a lot of people are nervous to just take that first step into whatever business or side hustle they're trying to pursue. I feel that you went from your new business, detailing, now you went into real estate, and then past that, you're into...
I'm still lightly involved in that.
Yeah.
I have a few friends I'm really close with that we hang out occasionally. That'll help them here and there if something comes up. Or
that's awesome.
They'll leave me deals that some people will send me, and I'll forward them to another person. And then, hey, next thing you know, he's like, hey, I just called the deal you sent me, I just closed the deal you sent me 3 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Here's $500.
Oh, that's awesome.
I'm like, all right, cool.
Nice.
Good deal.
Finder's fee.
I mean, help him make $8,000 and gives me a little finder's fee for shooting a text. So,
absolutely.
That's always fun.
That's where it's at.
Good to hang out with the people you've known for a while and still help them out when you can. So that's always nice. And they'll give back to you. So that's what the game's about.
Yeah.
You got to be with driven and a fun crew to work with.
Absolutely.
At the end of the day, you want to have fun. It's your job, your career. You're making money.
Yeah.
You don't want to just be. You gotta have good people, but you also got to have fun at the end of the day because you're doing this every day.
Right.
You gotta make a living. So
yeah.
You gotta have fun. So.
Are you having fun with Vitality?
Yeah, I think this is probably the most fun I've ever had in business.
That's awesome, man. Do you feel like it's worth your while?
Yeah, I think it's cool because you get to change, and then you're changing people's lives. it's not detailing. You're not cleaning someone's car.
It's not like a luxury service.
It's not. Yeah, it's not real estate. It's not like you're selling someone's house or you're trying to buy someone's house and dealing with aggravation. There's a lot more frustration in real estate.
Absolutely.
And then in detailing, it's a lot of like not interested. It's hard to get people to be locked in because a lot of people don't understand the service.
I understand.
This is different. Like you're helping people change their life, their body. You're getting them in shape, helping them improve their goals. And that's awesome. When people come back with a smile on their face, that you can see that they lost weight after like 3 months. You're like, holy cow! Like you're actually making a difference in that person's life.
Absolutely.
Like just from the advice you're giving them on health goals, tips, programs, macros, diet, etc. Selling them the stuff to help them get there, the meals, etc. Like it's just that's a good feeling overall. You know what I mean? There's not really much frustration in this. I guess the only frustration you get is maybe someone didn't like their product, but you should try to take care of them before it's like, oh, I didn't like this pre-workout. And I'm like, oh, well, I love that pre-workout. How about I'll buy it off you and I'll credit you towards the new pre-workout. Hopefully you like this one instead.
That's awesome. You're throwing great deals. You're trying to keep great relationships going here.
That's what it's all about.
Yeah,
that's what it's all about. So yeah, it's cool. It's a very fulfilling, business. You're changing people's lives.
Absolutely. So wow, dude.
Yeah, it's cool.
That makes me really happy. I'm glad that you're fulfilled, especially at such a young age.
Yeah,
I feel like a lot of people.
I'm not fulfilled, but I think this is good. I really like doing it.
Yeah.
Always going for more. The goal's never hit.
Okay.
The goal's never hit.
Let's go. The peak is yet to come.
I don't really celebrate as much as I should. Because I'm always looking at the next goal. I'm always looking 5, 10 years down the road.
Well, on to that. Where do you see yourself in 5, 10 years?
Oh, geez.
19. So
that's a tough question.
What about once you're 24? Once you're 29? Heck, once you're 35?
I guess the one thing I know I'll never do, I don't think I'll ever retire. I don't think I'll retire. I think business and building a company is kind of where I want to be. I think it's more like a family kind type deal. Like I don't want to like build a business and just sell it. I don't find fun of that.
I understand.
I mean, at the end of the day, a lot of people, they retire from their job and work a part-time job when they get 60, 70, sometimes even 50. How old they get to retire at. And I don't think I ever want to do that. I think it would be cool to have this large company at the end of the day and not retire, but I'd still be working in that as long as I can, helping the company grow.
That's awesome.
Whether it's on the field or not.
Yeah.
Whether I'm just providing the knowledge from being in it for so long. Whatever the case may be. I think I just want to stay with the company. So I guess back to your question, I think 5, 10, 15 years. I don't know. I hope to have a few of these.
Yeah.
I think I'll have a few of these.
So this is just one. This is number one.
Yeah. So by the end of the year, I think I'll have 2. And then I think I'll have at least 5 vending machines. I think probably more, honestly, just because how things are going. But yeah, hopefully 2 of these by the end of the year and at least 5 vending machines.
Okay.
But yeah, 5, 10 years down the road.
So those are the 2 business models you want to pursue then?
I'll get back into real estate for sure. Probably commercial.
Okay.
I probably won't go much into residential unless it's a flip.
I see.
And then I want to get into storage eventually.
Ooh.
Because storage is better than residential at the end of the day.
Yeah,
I have a lot of friends that are in it that just, they just so much money in it. Because you don't have to pay to evict people when they don't pay. Like COVID screwed everybody.
I understand.
So, you have to pay thousands of dollars to evict people when they don't pay. On the other hand, if someone is paying storage, after their term goes up, it's like an additional 60 days or whatever. Right? You can't just, they don't pay one day, you can't just take all their stuff.
Right.
Like, they don't pay, and then, 60 days goes on or whatever. It's like, okay. Then you get to, pull your phone and go on eBay and Marketplace. Unfortunately enough, you get to post all your stuff, and, you get some money in return because you got to clear it out for the next person.
Yeah.
So instead of forking up thousands, you get to, make a few extra hundred just for them wasting your time.
Yeah.
To cover their rent. So, yeah, I don't know. It's a good business. I have friends in it that do very well.
So, my feeling is, I feel like you're going balls to the wall. Do you have a certain short-term goal that you're trying to reach?
In terms of business or in general?
In terms of business.
Short-term goal. I guess short-term goal, end of the year, like I said, I want 5 vending machines, 2 shops. I want to be fully involved and, obviously not be able to work my regular job, but I can't really say when that's going to happen quite yet. We'll see, but I want to have 2 stores and a few vending machines, so I think that'll be really cool. Those are my 2 short-term goals as of right now. There's other endeavors that I always want to get into, but
like what?
There's a few things, but you don't want to show yourself too short. I mean,
absolutely.
It's just like if I had a bunch of cups here and I'm pouring these water into every cup,
yeah,
your focus gets thinner in every cup you focus.
Right.
Like if all your water is in one, like it is here, I mean, this is vitality. If I keep pouring in other ones, just like new real estate, it's just your focus gets slimmer.
Yes.
So you don't want to spread yourself too thin.
I think I have a serious problem with that too, because I like trying out new things. I feel like we're really young, so we're in our explorative years. So I want to try out a little bit of everything until I cement my feet into one thing.
Yeah, everybody does. New things seem exciting and fun, and it seems like, oh, I'm going to make so much money in this new thing. Are you?
Right.
You might, but at the end of the day, everything seems very pretty until you actually get into it, and you're like, oh,
yeah,
I didn't know there was this fee. I didn't know there was this challenge. I didn't know you had to do this. All these things come up that suck along the way. And it's
absolutely.
Like, so at the end of the day, now I'm kind of more focusing on the health industry.
That's amazing.
Kind of where I fit in. If I'm known as someone that's involved in the health industry, I can continue to grow that around my personal brand too. You know what I mean? I'm involved in the supplement, meal, and clothing business now at Vitality, and then the vending machine fits in that business too. We sell our meals, our snacks, our drinks, and those vending machines too. So I think that'll be really cool. We have another one coming on the way. So there'll be 2 vending machines, 1 store. So hopefully we can double those numbers by the end of the year. But yeah, I think the fitness industry is kind of where I stand for right now. Of course, there's other advertising services and stuff that I want to get back into. Although it's just so hard with technology and everything getting so advanced nowadays. It's like how do you know what's really going to continue to work and drive money? Like, are billboards still going to continue to be a thing?
I understand.
Are they going to be as big of a market as they is? Are people going to be spending thousands of dollars, $1,000 to $7,000 for a billboard every month? Is that worth it, or is it more worth spending $1,000 to $7,000 on a paid ad where you can have the whole town see it 30 times, in a month?
Absolutely.
And have them see it a time a day if you pay that much money.
Yeah.
So that's it. That's what it is at the end of the day. I mean, if you walk around town, what do you see everybody doing?
Yeah.
They're walking like this.
Yeah.
So, is billboards going to stay around? Are they going to be worth your money?
Right.
I don't know. All right, TVs like the advertising services like we have in here are going to stay around. That will probably more likely be a better business than billboards. But you have to see where your money is valued at the end of the day. So I mean, I think that business is great. I think he's got a great thing going there. So that could be big down the road. I have a lot of other buddies that are in completely different businesses than me, and they're doing really well. A few buddies in laundromats, they're doing really good.
Yeah.
I have friends in business funding and trade lines and credit repair services that they teach me all about.
Now that's been interesting me as of late.
Really?
Yeah. Because I feel like to scale my small business, I'm going to need like a lot of capital if I ever want to like really seriously grow it.
It's
like have a fleet of trucks, have all the equipment I need, and then I think going through a little bit of debt is the way to do it.
Yeah. Don't go too far.
You're right. I don't want to overextend myself and over leverage. And
a lot of people will say cash is king, and other people will say leverage as much as you can.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's a part where you got to just find that middle ground.
Right. So there is a middle ground. You wouldn't say go all in debt or go all in debt free.
No. I only go in debt on things that are. I think you should only go in debt on things that are gonna make you money back.
Yeah. Understandable.
But I don't know. You just gotta have to confirm that you're gonna make it back.
Absolutely.
Like I know a lot of distribution centers and stuff. Like you want to spend your debt and your credit on things that you're gonna buy, monthly, weekly. Like there's even credit services that allow you to pay your employees through credit.
Okay.
You can do it that way.
Oh wow.
Everybody buys products through credit.
Yeah.
So that's another way to do it. So like you can spend your credit on products, spend your credit on payroll. If you have trucks, that's gonna make you money at the end of the day. You can spend your credit on trucks.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, I'd rather keep more cash on hand. So when things come up.
Yeah. For new opportunities.
Yeah. I mean, a lot of things you can always pay off or sell. Like products, you can sell. Your truck, if you finance that, you can sell as long as you have any equity in the truck, then you're good. So, I wouldn't go crazy, but anything that's business related, it's going to make you money back in return, I would finance. Personal cars, I guess that's up to you.
I understand.
There's different.
I think there's a big difference between personal debt and business debt.
Yeah, there's different ways you could look at it. You could look at it like, I'm gonna buy a super nice car to make myself earn this much money to be able to afford the car.
I understand, like putting that extra pressure on you.
Yeah, but you got to be careful when you're doing that.
Absolutely.
Too. You got to like know if something's planned out. You can't be like, well, I'm like $500 short a month to afford this car, but I'm gonna get it anyway.
Oh, dude, that's tough.
Don't do that.
Yeah.
I did something similar when I was in high school. So I bought a super nice car when I was in high school and didn't make a lot of money in my job. It was super sweet. And I could afford it though at the time. I had plenty of money to afford it because I lived with my parents. So
your other expenses were really low.
Car payment was $400 some bucks plus $400 in insurance.
Gotcha.
It was a lot. It was like $800 a month.
Absolutely.
But when I'm making $400 or $500 a week in school, that's nothing. That's like 2 weeks of pay.
Right.
I still had like $1,200 to blow, the month. So, and in times like that, I think, I don't see why you shouldn't get a nice car. You're never gonna be like I'm never gonna be 17 again with a sports car.
I understand, and that's pretty cool. I think that's a flex.
It was cool at the time.
Yeah.
I eventually sold it to get a truck to start my business. So.
I see.
That's the thing. People think when you get a loan, you're stuck. You're not stuck. I sold mine.
Yeah.
I've sold multiple cars. You can just get another one. You can just get a new loan if you want.
Is it a bit of a loss though?
Did I lose?
Yeah.
No, I broke.
Okay. So I mean that works out, man.
Yeah, it's cool.
You get to drive a super cool whip and then break even at the end. I think that's pretty.
As long as you get a good deal and have equity in the car and can balance out, so it kind of acts like as a lease with no down.
Okay.
Really good. Seems cool.
For Vitality, what do you think it's been like the best kind of ad spend? Do you think
ad?
Yeah. Do you think online, offline?
Yeah. So,
because I can tell you, I live in Medina, like 3-4 towns over.
Yeah.
And I see your posts on Instagram. I see the paid advertisement that you have, and I'm like, dude, that's awesome.
So, paid advertising has definitely been the best.
Okay.
Paid advertising is
on Facebook, Google, Instagram.
Instagram and Facebook, they're linked now.
Okay.
They bought each other.
Yep. The meta.
One of the
Yeah.
So there's all different types of advertising. Paid advertising is good as long as you hit the right one. Paid advertising, you're gonna lose, and you're gonna win.
Gotcha.
But once you win, let's just say you lose $50 8 times in a row, and you hit it on the 9th time, you hit $50 and it does really good. Once you hit that $50, you dump $500 into that ad.
Right.
Which is what I did.
Okay.
So advertising is all about you lose till you win, and then when you win, you push harder, put more money into the ad, and then you win big.
Okay.
So you have to target people that are losing or need your service. You have to call them out somehow to where it shows that this ad is for them. So this ad is for you, Diego. So you look at the ad, in the front of the ad, it has the Batavia water tower. You're like, holy cow, this isn't just some random ad on Instagram. This is an ad that's for the town that I live in. Holy cow, maybe I should watch this. Maybe it could be something important.
Yeah.
You see the Batavia water tower, you're like, what the heck? And you look and you can see some like buildings and retail space around that and you're like,
you're really hooking them with those first like 3-5 seconds.
Well, that's all it is.
Yeah.
You don't want to keep it too long, but at the end of the day, you got to get their attention somehow. You could be like, there's multiple ways you can do it. So you could show the area that they live in. You could be like, hey, residents of Batavia, New York, or you could be like, are you off diet in the middle of winter?
Ooh,
you're looking to get back on track, then this ad's for you or something. You just have to call out their weak point or somewhere where they're struggling in, or their town. You just have to somehow get their attention. But yeah, paid advertising is different than any other advertising. You have to wait till you hit that ad a little bit and then you dump everything into it. So,
What about offline things like print? I know you used to do bandit signs. I don't know if you do like any business cards, flyers.
So we have business cards for store manager, vice president, and me.
I see.
I'm going to get business cards that have a blank fill-in area to where any employee can write their name on it.
Okay.
Gives them off to their friends.
I see.
So that's cool. But yeah, employee to friend is the best part of advertising because they work for you. So
absolutely.
That's great when employees tell their friends. Bandit signs. We had a few when we first started.
Yeah.
We did like 20, 30.
That's a good amount.
All down the road. Bandit signs, you don't spread them. I could have spread them all around Batavia and it would have done terrible. But bandit signs is you put them all in a row. Yeah. And they're all together. People are like, wow, this must be a big deal. Why is there 50 bandit signs in a row down there? In our case, it wasn't 50. It was like 10 to 20.
Yeah.
But like we put like 10,
it's all in a row.
We put 10 on that area or that road on a row. Then we put 10 in this area on a row.
Yeah.
You see 10 of the same sign in a row, you're gonna go, what's going on?
Right. So you're trying to add like a shock value. Like,
yeah,
what is that?
I'm not gonna recognize a green sign when I see it 30 times around Batavia.
Right.
I'm just not gonna be looking.
Yeah.
In those spots that I placed it in.
Mm-hmm.
But if I put them all in a row,
yeah.
you're gonna notice why there's 55 or why there's 10 signs on the side of the road that you've never seen before.
Right.
All in a row, same exact sign. Why are they doing that? So they're gonna realize that more than if you put it a gazillion places around the road. So yeah, that's how you should do that. That's the way that I think banner signs work.
I see.
Yeah. But any other offline, I mean, I have business cards in a few gyms, and Planet Fitness helps us promote quite a bit, which is nice of them.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I have a good relationship with them, so that really works. But other offline, I mean, word of mouth is big. Only exponential growth in on online marketing. I tell you, and you tell your friend. Otherwise, advertising is the business to you, and it stops there unless you go out and tell a friend, but that leads back to word of mouth. So.
I've gotten a lot of story from you, and I really appreciate that.
Yeah.
But I do want to focus a little bit more on the viewers that are trying to be like you, man.
Sure.
You're very driven. I think you've built the habits to get you to the point where you're at,
right.
Where you're past personal development, you're getting into entrepreneurship.
Yep.
How would you recommend someone try to start up a business?
I wouldn't start in anything that costs a lot of money. I would start some type of service-based business.
Yeah.
Unless you're, Bill Gates. And,
right. If you already have like a bunch of cash and wealth.
Even then, I don't even know if I would do it. I honestly, I would probably do a service-based business just because it doesn't cost a lot to start up.
Yeah.
You can make mistakes. You're not in a bunch of debt. Well, when you have a service-based business, you can make mistakes. You don't have a crazy amount of expenses to pay. You can go into the off season and you can work a part-time job, or you can do something else to help fund the business expenses. But if you have a place like this, like you got to be open. We got to be open up and running 100% every day.
Absolutely.
Service business like detailing, we had the truck expense and the shop, which I own, so it wasn't a big expense. But you don't even need a shop for a mobile detailing company. But like that, I mean, we had the truck payment and insurance. We could go out of business for a month and not have any details. I can fork up a few $100 to pay for that. So you can make mistakes there. Same with like landscaping or any house businesses. At landscaping, there's some of them more expensive. Depending on how hard you go with it.
Right.
Or if you have like a gutter cleaning business, you need a ladder and a truck or even a car. I mean, and those are not a big of expenses to pay with service-based business. That's somewhere you can start. And
would you recommend like dog walking businesses, cleaning businesses?
I would recommend something that you have experience in. There's nothing I can selectively narrow it down to on what you should start because I don't know the viewers. I don't know you. We had experience in detailing, or at least my partner did, so that's where we went into. But I would recommend something service-based business or something where you don't have a bunch of overhead.
Okay.
And then I guess as you find new endeavors like I did here, then you can go to the next step if you feel like that's where you need to go.
What if someone wants to make money online? Maybe they're a little more introverted and they don't want to put themselves out in the public.
So selling your time, hence service-based business, is an easy way to do. So like this, we're selling products, which cost a lot of money. Other people,
because you have to buy products.
Right. Other people sell their time, which is why they can get started and for not as much money. But if they want to do business online, I mean, it really depends on what you're doing. You just gotta be careful. There's a lot of like fake stuff out there. I mean, I'm a person which I like real things that are in person. I kind of feel like an old head when I say that. I think that way, but I don't know.
You're an old soul.
Yeah, I guess that's how I am. I don't know. I don't do stocks. I don't think I ever will. I have buddies that send me a picture and they're like, "Hey, made 25 grand," and I'm like, "All right." I mean, that's great.
Yeah.
I'm like, that's awesome, man. But I don't do it, and I don't think I will. And like the computers, I did it. I did Amazon FBA for a month with my buddy. We sold Lululemon bags.
Okay.
Some other stuff, but I don't know. When I did it, it was a lot of time I put into research, just to get one product or so that kind of hits. I don't know. It's similar to wholesale. It's a lot of acquisition work, and you're doing a lot of due diligence before you even hit home, which works. I don't have as much knowledge in it as other people do. But,
I understand.
I don't know. It hasn't been the biggest success for me. It's just not something I'm interested in anyway. But I know a lot of people that make a lot of money in e-com.
Okay.
It's a bigger thing these days.
Yeah.
Technology is booming. Now we're opening retail shops like this. But, the people that do like it recognize how something like this is valuable and
absolutely
support us.
Having a brick and mortar, I think like you're gonna get a bunch of strangers through your doors.
Yeah, it's cool. But with online, there's a lot of money to be made. But it depends what you get into too. A lot of stuff online, you have to have the products because you're mandatory to ship it within a certain amount of time. If you're doing that type of e-commerce, if you're doing drop shipping, everybody and their mother can do that and upload a picture of a new thing online.
Absolutely, that's all I see on TikTok sometimes.
And fake it, but then that just demoralizes it. It's just, I don't know. I would feel like crap. You know what I mean? I'm uploading a picture of some shirt I designed on Canva that isn't even real. Then I'm taking two weeks to print it, and then I'm taking another week to ship it. It's a month before this guy or girl even gets their product.
I understand.
Right?
Yeah.
And then they're never going to come back to you again because it's terrible quality. It took forever to ship. Terrible customer service because you don't care about them. You're just drop shipping the product. You're not going to get consistent customers. You're not changing the person's life.
I see.
It's not for me personally.
Okay. Yeah.
There's other things you can do like there's SEO. You can try to build people's businesses.
Yeah.
Like that.
Website building and whatnot.
Yeah, that's better.
Because you're providing a service again, but it's more online.
Right, which is better than other routes. But yeah, it's all about just picking the endeavor online. So I know some people they'll like. You ever see videos on? I don't know if you have Instagram or TikTok.
Yep.
I don't have TikTok just because I'm not for it, but I know there's a lot of money to be made on it. But I have Instagram though because businesses accounts run on Instagram. I like to monitor those and you post a thing here and there when I need to. But there's a lot of ads you'll see where it's like a clip of some video game or something to distract you on the top.
Yes.
And then there's another thing on the bottom that's providing like somewhat information or trying to sell you on something. So there's the distraction to keep you entertained because no one has an attention span anymore. And then at the bottom, they're trying to sell you some BS.
Sounds about right.
I hate that, personally. That's like selling brain rot.
It is.
You're not selling like stuff like this that's supposed to help you. On the other hand, you're selling brain rot to people. You're selling what people, that demoralizes people and just ruins them nowadays, is when they scroll through Instagram or TikTok, and you're literally selling that now. And sure, you get views, you can sell your account, or you can sell products on the account after you get so many likes and views and subscribers. But personally, I hate that business.
I feel like you probably hate like Frito businesses and soda businesses too then.
What do you mean?
They're not really helping anyone. They're just making like a great margin. Making a profit out of people.
No, it's just not my interest. I don't even know how I would get into those businesses. I feel people do it because they have the right connection set up and it just fits.
I understand. Right.
So yeah, I don't know. The brain rot stuff it irritates me. it really kills me.
Do you feel like in this day and age, someone can succeed?
Anybody can.
Yeah.
Anybody.
Yeah. Why do you feel that? Like, why aren't you more closed-minded about it? You're very open-minded.
I mean, I'm no different than anybody else. Sure, you can go through things, but I'm no smarter, no better than anybody else. So I think anybody can do it personally. Wasn't the smartest kid in school.
Yeah.
I had average grades. I honestly, wasn't the smartest kid in school. Average to below average grades, and I was just very driven. I feel a lot of another big thing is I had a few mentors when I was younger.
I think mentors are crucial, man.
When I was 16 and 17, I had a really good mentor. I guess shout him out here. I wonder if he's listening. That'd be pretty cool. His name's Derek. I started going to the gym with him a lot. Derek Petus. You might not know, but he went to the same gym as me. And I kind of learned a lot from him.
What's he doing
now?
What was he doing?
What was he doing?
Yeah, during the time when he was mentoring you.
I think he was working at a gym and filming YouTube content at the same time.
Okay.
And he was kind of like,
oh wow.
I think he was like an influencer. I think he had partnerships with some brands.
Okay.
But yeah, I really looked up to him at the time. I still do.
Yeah.
He introduced me to like, I don't know how it came out, but I think I texted him one day. I was like, Derek, what podcast do I listen to? Because I want to start listening to podcasts.
Yeah.
I'm like, I know you listen to them. I'm like, which one's good? He's like, listen to Andy Frisella. He's like, it'll change your life.
Oh wow.
And honestly, after that day, my life did change.
Yeah.
I started listening every day and started realizing a lot of things. I'm like, he's like making fun of people for doing that. I'm like, sometimes I think I kind of do that. And then that changed for sure. But yeah, listening to that podcast that helped a lot.
That's amazing.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm definitely a big proponent on podcasts and listening to them and like having good intake into you. I don't think it's good to have that brain rot going into you 24/7. I think you should fill your days up with good people, good content, a good diet, essentially, like whether that be mental or physical.
Yeah, that's a good point you touch on. Diet, mental. It can be so much worse than you think. Like,
and no one realizes
Nobody does.
Because everyone just sits down on the couch after a long day and they're like, all right, time to veg out.
No, yeah. So there's people that I know, they'll way negative on me. And they'll like try to say something negative. And I'll go, don't say it. Don't say it. Stop what you're saying. They're like, what? I just don't say it. Because I know they're going to say something negative.
I understand.
It can ruin you. It can poison you being around negative.
It is a poison, man.
You got to get them out of your life. So, that's my first opinion.
No, I agree with you.
I understand.
You want to have a nice, tight-knit, good circle.
If you see hometown friends or whatever the case is, I'll say hi, be nice to them.
I understand.
Whatever. I'm still close to a lot of them. But there's some of them that just aren't on the same path in life.
Absolutely
and they
not.
will just set you back. If you're with the same people that you've been through your life and act that certain way, you guys are going to go like this, up the chart. If you stop being friends with them and start being friends with this other group that's going like this up the chart, while the other person's going at a lateral movement, and this other group is going at an exponential, you will go with them.
Absolutely.
Regardless, because when I went into these new groups of people and started surrounding myself with other people, they're going at an exponential growth, and they're not going to hang around or respect people like me if I'm acting a certain way or doing certain things.
I agree with you.
So, if you hang around them, they're not gonna even accommodate or allow those habits and responsibilities to be in their life.
Absolutely.
So you can't do it yourself because you're like, oh, well, I still want to be friends with these people. So I gotta act this way, or they're not gonna be friends with me anymore, and this is gonna suck. So then you're forced to change, and you'll go with them. So I feel like that's one of the biggest things that helped me is you gotta leave the people that you've been with your whole life, even how much you like them or not.
Right.
You can stay in touch, be nice.
Right. Be civil and whatnot.
If you're not on the same path, then you're just going to keep going at a lateral pace down the graph until ends meet. So
I feel that you're so right. You have to cut off people that aren't growing with you, because I think at a young age, like we're at, you sort of realize like who's growing and who's not. And then if you keep hanging out with people that don't really grow, as you said, you're going to move laterally in the chart. You're not going to grow exponentially.
Absolutely.
So it's very good to have that good circle, have people that motivate you, inspire you, instill those good values into you. It's all very, very important. Onto some skills. You went over, it'd be good to have maybe someone who wants to get into entrepreneurship started with a service-based business. Well, what skills should they have to maybe run that service-based business?
I don't even think that's like something you can choose.
Yeah.
I mean, you can essentially, but I don't know. I feel like that's more something somebody falls into.
Yeah.
Their dad had a carpentry business, or their mom was into dog grooming, or whatever the case was. I feel like you kind of fall into it, or something you chose in BOCES. I was in building trades in BOCES.
Okay.
So that's
cool.
A trade that I could have done.
Yeah.
There's people that were in electrical or welding in BOCES, or they did this at a past job, or I don't know. I mean, my job right now outside of this is retail.
Okay.
So this is kind of where it kind of fit into
Yeah.
there. I knew all the software companies. I knew the vendors for, just simple stuff like paper towels and, who to come in and get your rugs and who to do everything. I knew all the connections there that kind of helped me set this up.
Absolutely.
And I knew how to sell. I knew how retail businesses worked. And, alarm systems, even the simple stuff.
Oh, wow.
Property maintenance. There's so many little things that you don't know until you're actually doing it.
Absolutely.
So that that was kind of a learning experience that I got paid for at my job that I'm currently at. So,
you're getting into nitty gritty of everything that entails a retail store.
Yeah. So that was nice to learn. But I guess going back to your question, skills wise, it's kind of, I feel like it's all what you fall into or what you have interest in, and what you have any little experience in before you actually start that business. Like there's something that everybody has. I don't care what you're into. Whether there's always some hobby that everybody has.
Absolutely.
It doesn't even have to be like like carpentry or welding or some type of like big known in like service based business. It can be anything. I mean, let's just say you're into fishing.
Uh-huh.
You like fishing, or you like riding dirt bikes, or if there's something you could do fishing, you could do fishing tours. You get your license, do fishing tours. You could write articles. You could make fishing lures. Let's jump back to the four-wheeling or dirt bikes, whatever you're into. These are things that I was into. You know, I could have got into what could I have done with that? I mean, you could have done. You could go work for somebody like Bucks and learn how to sell those things. I mean, you could buy a few on the side and flip them. You could make, maybe you could make handle grips. Maybe you could make boots for that. You could make racing pants. You could. There's a gazillion things you could do. Maybe you could buy a piece of land and you could turn it into that's bigger scale stuff. But maybe you could buy a piece of land and turn it into a racetrack and rent it out.
That'd be amazing.
I know someone that does that like 20 minutes from here.
So, oh wow.
Yeah. So I mean.
It sounds like you're really working in those like technical skills and like what you could do with a business model. I think personally that you're really good with sales. You're really good with marketing, advertising.
See, people say that so often.
I think you are,
and I don't know. I don't even think that's like my main skill.
Yeah,
but a lot of people like.
What would you consider your main skills?
I don't know. I think
you have good interpersonal skills. Like you're good with your
communication and leadership is a big thing.
Absolutely,
that's what I've been in for the last 3 years of my life.
I agree with you.
I think I'm a decent leader when it comes to teams. I mean, I've been a part of 30, 40 people teams and involved with millions of dollars worth of sales to hold accountable of. I mean, along with other leaders too.
Yeah,
of course. But I think
still giving yourself in that position is like you're one of them.
Yeah, I don't think I'm a fantastic salesman. I wouldn't say that's like my niche.
Yeah,
but I think communication, leadership, and management is where I'm good at. I think marketing and sales, I still need improvements. I think I'm okay.
I understand.
I think it's okay, but we're always all improving. But
absolutely.
Yeah, I guess
some of us.
I think work. Yeah, I think work ethic is my biggest skill, even though it's not a huge skill.
Yeah,
it's
man.
Not something you can really. I guess it's something you learn and develop. And it's just been something I've always had since like the longest time.
So
it's been a while.
Yeah, man. You worked when you were younger, from 10 up, and
farm. It sucked.
Yeah,
it sucked.
It's a lot of work.
And I went to the company I'm with now, and I'm like, I have AC. I can work outside. I'm like, this is sweet,
dude.
I'm like, oh my god, this is awesome.
Right?
What was I doing? So yeah, that's kind of where it goes away.
I feel like you're definitely very driven. I think you are like very resilient as well. Like you didn't give up on anything that you've done. You've sort of like taken a step up from everything you've done.
Kind of. Yeah, I don't think I've really gave up on much. I don't know. There's always a way out. Even though it never feels like there's a way out. There is.
Right. You just got to find it.
Every day it feels like there's never a way out. There's always a problem that arises.
Yes.
But, you will. You'll find a way out. You just got to keep doing. You can't stop, really. There's a lot of times you can't stop. You just. Yeah. Sometimes, I don't know. There's a lot of times where I won't find a way out. And a few days will go past. Now, every day I'm thinking about it. I'm like, yeah, how am I going to get out of the situation? What can I do? How can I get out of this? There's got to be a way. Right. And the next thing I'll be like driving to the gym or something. I'll be like, wait a minute. I'm like, I could do that. I'm like, I'm putting it together. I'm like, okay, if I do this. I'm like, okay, this could actually work. So, just, I don't know, never give up. Keep going.
Dude, let's go.
There's always a way out.
I love that, man.
There's always a way out, yeah. Absolutely.
Dude, I'm loving this. Yeah. I feel like what you are providing is a lot of value to not just the viewers, but to me, because I'm learning some as I'm talking to you. So I'm very happy to be hearing everything you have in your minds. Yeah, man, you're very confident. You're building up your skills. You have a open mindset about things. You're very watchful of how you intake things, like your diet, your mental diet, all those things.
Speaking of diet, prep starts now.
Yeah.
This week. Yeah. Yeah. So hopefully we'll be slimming down a little bit, maybe doing a show. It'll be a good presentation for the store.
That's awesome.
If I'm in shape and on stage, people hopefully trust me.
Bro, I mean, you could even put some of your signs around here.
If I'm just a random guy walking around, in a sweatshirt like this, you can't even tell I work out. So and if I'm on stage, a professional bodybuilding competition, I feel like more people will be obligated to buy stuff from me and trust me. So
absolutely.
I know what I'm talking about. Not everybody else might think I know what I'm talking about. So I guess that's another way of trust. So
it takes a long time, man. I mean, especially at your age, people are going to look at you and be like, what's this guy going to teach me? They might be a little more closed-minded, though.
Sure.
So I think there's always something that you can learn from anyone.
Absolutely. I learn people from stuff. I learn things from people all the day.
Yeah, man.
Younger, older than me.
I don't think it matters as long as you're like open-minded towards it.
Yeah, absolutely.
So you're doing it like a show around here, far out?
I don't know. So
or is it still like in the works?
I was gonna do it last summer too. Like there's a lot of stuff that actually this unfortunately happened, which is why I'm making this. I guess here I'll dive into this a little bit.
Okay.
When I fail on something or give up on something,
yeah.
Which I guess technically I did give up on this, or I just stopped. I guess you could say I gave up. When I give up on something, I typically, when I do it again the next time, I find a way to make it better and harder.
Okay.
So like in this scenario, I did a short prep, which kind of sucked, and then I backed out like 2 or 3 weeks out.
I see.
It was like 11-week prep.
Okay.
So I should have went into prep longer, of course.
I gotcha.
So, this time around, I'm making the prep longer, maybe 15, 16 weeks like I did. So I'll give me more time to diet, which will make my life harder at the end of the day, but I'll look a lot better.
Absolutely.
So I'm going to redo it, make it harder and better to have an end goal, so I don't have that punishment in the back of my back of my mind that I messed up. So yeah, I haven't picked a show yet. I should do that and lock it in and pay for everything. So I can't back out. But yeah, I'll probably stay within a few hours. Maybe go to Syracuse. Who knows?
That'd be awesome, man.
I haven't really picked one yet.
I would love to go personally.
Yeah, it'd be sweet.
Yeah, man.
Sweet. Yeah.
Support the brand.
Absolutely.
So, do you
get some Vitality shorts?
Do you feel like you overextend yourself at all?
Oh yeah, every week. Yep. Every week. Yeah, every week.
I asked you this before, and you had the same reaction. You're
really?
Like, "Yep, I'm just chilling,
going
through it."
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't think entrepreneurship's for people with like not the best mindset and that are weak of heart.
Yeah, you got to the personal development phase beforehand.
Yeah.
That's kind of where we went to before, but yeah. I guess I hear it all the time from my parents, friends, everybody.
I can imagine, man.
There's
don't work so hard.
You have to. Yeah, but what are you gonna do? Let the company fail? You're providing paychecks for these people. What do you mean you work so hard?
Absolutely.
What else are you gonna do?
Absolutely.
What are you gonna just sit there and let the company die, or
right?
Not pay. You can pay people to pay every week. I got employees, not employees.
Absolutely.
You can't just. Yeah, you have to. I'm not gonna. There's so much that goes into it, but I understand. I gotta work harder, pretty much harder, at the same level as everybody else. They're not gonna work with me or for me. So there's so much you got to do. You can't really, you can't hold back much. You're gonna be working like crazy until you're successful or fall at the end of the rainbow.
Yeah,
that doesn't happen to most people. So yeah, I overextend myself every week. Yeah, crazy.
Do you feel like you make a lot of mistakes, and do you feel like you learn from those mistakes?
All the time.
Yeah,
learn from them too. Yeah, all the time. Yeah, make mistakes all the time. You just gotta do them. If you're talking about like nitty gritty, like in depth mistakes in the business, you'll learn from those more than anything because you'll lose money, and you're in the business, so you know those things. But that's why every business seems so great when you're in one. You're like, oh, I'll make so much money otherwise. You'll find mistakes along the road of that business, so fast you even think. You're like, oh, this is stupid. I thought this was such a good idea. No, it's not. So yeah, you'll learn from it. If it's specific business mistakes, like something specific in this, like, oh, I shouldn't have bought from this vendor because this sells cheaper from here.
I see.
Or they can't ship on time for crap. I've ordered from them 3 times, and their shipment's late every week. And you're like, well, that was stupid. I'm not supporting them anymore. I'm just going to go with the company that I know that ships every week, even if I have to pay $1 or more. At least my customers are going to have their stuff on time.
Absolutely. Reliability.
There's things like that you wouldn't know. You're not going to call up, hey, are you going to ship on time? Yeah, I am. No, you're not going to know until you actually place the order with them.
Absolutely.
It's stuff like that. You know what I mean? There's so much that goes into it.
Hunter, man, I feel like you've got it all. You got the store. You got the good looks.
You definitely don't have it all.
What are you missing from your life?
Time.
All of us, brother. Yeah. You only get 4 hours of sleep sometimes, man. You're working an 80-hour week and then some. 100 hours.
Yeah, definitely don't get a lot of sleep. Time would be nice. And time, freedom would be nice.
Yeah.
Down the road.
Absolutely.
Down the road.
I think you're working at it with everything that you've got going on.
It'll happen eventually. It takes time. Takes time. We're rowing in the right direction in the boat.
Yeah.
Going the right way. We're all rowing together.
that makes me want to ask you how the numbers on Vitality are.
Numbers on Vitality.
Yeah. Because when I'm watching Shark Tank, Kevin O'Leary's, he's always like, "Tell me about the numbers."
Right.
Hunter, how's it going?
Not bad. I mean, all businesses when you start off,
yeah,
you're just trying to hit baseline to stay afloat.
Absolutely.
I guess I could say the goal.
You are taking on a lot, man.
Yeah, I guess I could say the goal for the store. This is kind of high hopes. We'll see. But I guess goals for the end of this year, or yearly goals. Like the number that I want to hit is roughly around like a third million a year.
Okay.
So you're talking mid-3s.
Yeah.
For a supplement store.
That's amazing.
You're looking, I guess, or that's kind of the goal here. I mean, not a huge company, a third of a million a year. Be a huge store in a better town or bigger town, better location. Would maybe hit $500,000. But this location, I doubt it will.
I see.
The only way it would be, we're doing free delivery within 30 miles coming up.
Okay, that's very nice.
Order Vitality Nutrition Group.
Okay.
Dot shop.
Yo.
So a little plug there, but yeah. I think if everybody starts ordering meals, like if we get like 100 people in the town to order 10 meals a week, that could get us there. Maybe if we really push meal delivery and advertising a bunch of gyms and things like that.
Yeah.
And use the company truck to go around and deliver meals every Monday. We're doing 1,000 meals on Monday morning drop off, and we have like 2 people going all day.
That'd be insane.
Yeah, that would probably get us to $500,000.
Oh wow.
But, that would be that breaking point.
Yeah.
But we just got to at least hit the first goal.
I understand.
Seconds. Maybe next year we'll hit that number.
Absolutely.
There's so many other things that go into the factor though, but the end of the day, it seems like the world is getting lazier and want meals that taste good and are macro friendly at the same time.
Absolutely.
Can get delivered to their house for free.
Right.
You can even take more workload off your plate. You can sit at home and we can deliver it to your house. So I guess that would be where my sales. This is sales, by the way. This is not profit. I'm not making $500,000 in profit.
Right. That's a whole different story, man.
Maybe that'll happen 50 years down the road.
I understand.
Not today by any means. But I
feel like it's
that's sales. That's sales minus expenses.
Right.
Employees, products, everything.
There's a lot of money tied up in. Absolutely. I feel like Vitality.
Oh, a bunch.
Yeah. I mean, you have employees. You have your inventory. So you got to pay yourself. I don't know if that's
I don't pay myself.
Yeah, man. I mean, you have that full-time job. So
I have never paid out of this business. I can guarantee this. I have never paid myself $1.
That is so tough for an entrepreneur.
Not one.
That is so tough, man. Because
I don't even find it that tough. To be honest. I just know it's going to work out down the road.
That's
I
beautiful.
don't pay myself $1. It all goes back into it. I can't really do it.
You're just growing it.
Yeah. Work for free. That's why I always tell everybody. I always joke around with while customers in here with employees.
Yeah.
I'm like, he runs the place. I'm like, he makes all the money. I just work here 50 hours a week for free.
Yo.
I start laughing. So,
yo.
Yeah.
I feel like you got a lot of faith.
I hope so. We'll see.
Mm-hmm.
I think it'll do well. I mean, there's just so success a lot of people have. Like same thing with gyms going there. Like Nick Joy, he's a successful person. I mean, he has a gym in a town with no other gym.
Literally.
You know what I mean? So
literally.
Yeah, there's like maybe one other place.
There's one other place, but I don't even remember that.
I don't even know what the name of it is.
Yeah.
So, sorry to whoever's gym that is. I've never been there. I'm sorry. I guess I'm sitting in Nick Joy's backpack here. But I mean that's kind of how it is.
He's got a lot of things going on over it. Oh,
he does?
He's got a lot of things going on with what he's doing.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
He's someone I see as a role model.
He's the man.
Yeah, man.
But no meal prep company in Batavia anymore, so we're the only one. So I mean, that's kind of where we fit in the market. We just got to let more people know. So that's kind of what I'm working on right now.
I understand.
More people know. Brochures, free stuff. I guess the people that we work with the most is COs and state troopers and sheriffs.
Oh wow!
Yeah, they come in here all the time.
That's cool.
It works with their schedule.
Yeah,
and I respect what they do, so I drop free stuff off to them.
That's amazing.
Some other retail places. But, a lot more inventory and stuff to be able to give away to these places.
Right.
Walmart, how many employees does Walmart have? 400, 500?
Yeah.
So I mean, can I get a protein bite or a cookie for 500 people? That'd be a lot of money to fork up. So
absolutely,
maybe some brochures and some stuff for a few employees of the management team to have to spread to to the rest of their associates. So maybe that's something. I mean, I'm looking into that right now.
You're definitely great at managing all these little differences, all these little things that go on.
I'm okay. I'm okay. Yeah, it's tough. I have other help too.
Yeah.
Like John is a huge help.
Absolutely.
The rest of the team, helps out with what they can.
Yeah.
So yeah, if I ever need to run like an important errand or a proposal that only I can do.
Yeah.
I'd be like, hey.
I understand.
Mason, can you come cover the store?
Yeah.
For me?
That's
sure.
awesome.
He's like, sure.
That's great to have from a team, man.
Yeah, absolutely.
Someone that you can like rely on and trust.
Yep. So it takes a lot of trust in your team. You got to trust your team.
Yeah.
It's a huge thing.
Mm-hmm.
Huge thing is trust your people. Give them responsibilities.
Yeah.
Sometimes they might not even be ready for those responsibilities, but that can really set them past that breaking point.
Absolutely.
And get them to that next level. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. So.
We did touch up on one of your role models. Do you have any other role models that you feel like really helped you on in your entrepreneur path?
Yeah, Derek, Joy probably. Andy Frisella. I mean, I don't really know him personally, but I listen to his podcast all the time.
Yeah, man.
Come across a few recently. I mean, Real Estate Brooks Boyle helped me a lot. Trying to think. Jeremy Fisher, Rochester.
Okay.
He's here. I'm way down here. So
I understand, man.
He helps me a lot.
He's probably been in the game for as long as we've been alive.
Yeah. So he's doing pretty well.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I mean, I feel like those are the big ones. There's probably more in my life that I'm just not thinking about right now.
Yeah.
Those are the big ones. Let me see. I have a few people. I have pinned messages.
Oh wow.
Let's see. Right in the top. I guess the Thompson family. They've helped me a lot.
Okay.
They supported me through detailing.
Oh, that's awesome.
A little bit through real estate. So yeah, they've been big supporters all the time. They come in here. So.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah,
man.
I like all them. The Will, Wade, and Paul. They're all cool people.
Oh.
So yeah. I don't know. Yeah, they've helped me a lot.
It's great to have good people in your corner,
Absolutely.
man.
You have to.
I really resonate with this one saying where it's your network is your net worth.
Yeah.
How do you feel about that statement?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, you can't. You gotta have good people around you.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, like Nick Joy, he's got a great network, man.
I believe it.
Nick, like I tell him this all the time. I hope he actually watches this because it's hilarious. Like I tell him all the time, like Nick, you could sell like saddles for horses, or like something completely random.
Yo.
I'm like, Nick, you start selling carpets. Everybody's gonna buy carpets because it's Nick Joy's carpet.
Yo.
So yeah. He's just got a great network around him, and
absolutely
that relates back to your personal brand.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's huge, man. Nowadays,
so, yeah.
I mean, I'm trying to get into it with like YouTube. I feel like maybe if I just stick long enough, I might be successful. But maybe. I mean, I'm not really like into short form content because I don't feel like a lot of people can know you, understand you, and build that rapport.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, that's probably where you'll blow up from, and then maybe people will start watching your videos that are worth more longevity.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, shorts is where you unfortunately get people to start watching your channel.
Yeah, man,
those is cool. Let's talk at the same time.
It does. I feel like you gotta have a little bit of both going on if you do want to like make it big.
I think shorts will lead to your people watching your big videos, which is where they'll actually get the value from.
Yeah.
Hopefully they get enough value from your short where they can take that and realize you're a somewhat person of knowledge and education, and they can really make that lead them to go to the rest of your page and
absolutely
gain a lot more value. So yeah.
What about your personal brand? Are you trying to like expand on it?
Honestly, I'm kind of disappointed in myself in that aspect. I want to get better in it. I just, for the longest time, I always wanted to be private and not post my life about social media, but
it's tough if you don't, I feel like.
So I don't want to, and I haven't. I'll post a story here and there of like the business, but I don't have a single post on Instagram. I post on my story here.
Do you need that though? Because I feel like you have a very good network in person.
Not bad. I don't have Snapchat. I don't have TikTok.
That's fine.
I don't know. I feel like I should post more. The other day I actually just linked my Instagram to my Facebook.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that's my goal, is to be more this year, is to be more, fortunately, I hate social media, but to be more into social media and grow in personal brand.
I understand.
Just because it's a big thing.
It is, man.
I could grow any business off personal brand. I mean, let's just take, for example,
you could sell rugs, saddles.
People that everybody knows, KSI, Logan Paul.
Right.
They built Prime be off of their personal brand. Their
Absolutely.
marketing expense was zero because they have millions of followers that will buy anything themselves. So that's why their business is so popular and why
Mr. Beast.
Yeah, and why it has grown so fast.
Yeah.
It's because they have so many followers and they're just promoting their own product.
Yeah.
It's a no-brainer business. So, yeah, personal brand is crazy. If you can get that many people to follow you and like your stuff, that'd be great. I mean, I guess for the longest time, I mean, I'm still not even doing wonderful, but like I'm doing okay. I guess I'm still like maybe I could start posting stuff. It's just the thing is if you don't have anything going, I don't know. I guess it's hard. Personally, I mean, a lot of other people will post from day one. It's hard for me to post things. You know,
are you a perfectionist?
Kinda.
Yeah.
So when you're not at the I'm not at the point that I want to be at.
I understand.
So like I don't want to start posting stuff because it's not where I want to be.
I understand.
But I mean, at the end of the day, it's kind of cool. So I should start posting more. So
maybe this is like the next page. Who knows?
Maybe we'll see.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll see.
I do hear like a lot of. I don't know if you know Ryan Pineda.
No, I don't.
He's a big inspiration. I always watch him on YouTube. He does like wholesale real estate and all real estates niches, and he has a really big thing on personal brand and developing it. And I think nowadays, if you can put yourself in front of more people, you are going to get more exposure, and then you can create any business that just flows people your way. But I mean, I think you also have to be like a good person. I mean, maybe I'm wrong because there's a lot of people that I see on my social media that aren't like good, valued people. They're just.
I've seen people that are rich out of shape.
Yeah.
I've seen people that are rich in shape.
Yep.
I've seen phonies and bad people that are rich, and I've seen, you know, really good people that are rich. I guess most people, you know, get caught eventually down the road, but I don't know, you can be rich either way.
Right. Literally.
Either way. At the end of the day, it's do the work. But it will be amplified if you do all the good things and the right things.
I agree.
So,
I would recommend like getting on the good side of the community before you don't.
Yeah, me too. Dude. But you know, I've seen it done both ways, unfortunately.
Yeah.
But that's just not the life that I want to live. It's
I
not
understand.
fulfilling if you're a bad person. I mean, you want to sleep every night knowing that you're doing this or that. So that'd just be demoralizing for me personally. If I were living that life,
I got you.
I want to go to bed knowing that I'm helping people.
Yeah, man. So, you want to be a person of good character, good integrity.
Yep. Try to be a good person.
I vibe with that, and I vibe with people who are like that, and I'm like, I just want to surround myself with people like that because I think it's very important. Your network is your net worth, so the more, rich, good people that you know, I think the more you want to surround yourself with them, and I mean, you'll grow in two aspects, not just your monetary wealth, but also like your values and your character and your moral being.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, they'll help you. I mean, there's other things. I mean, you could even do business with the person, and that just helps you just there. I mean, I guess on the other hand of things, a lot of people are just good people to be there, knowing that if you call them, they're gonna be there for you.
It means a lot.
Yeah, absolutely. So I try to do the same thing for other people, like even maybe Jack Doris. Maybe he'll watch this video. He was just in here today.
Oh, dude!
I was talking to him.
Miss that boy.
Yeah, there's something that
I played pickleball with him like 2 weeks ago. And
let's go.
He's looking great, man.
Oh yeah, he's a big guy. Yeah, so I was talking to him about that today. His car was like in service or something like months ago.
Gotcha.
And he needed a car. Like I had a rental car because my truck was getting worked on actually. It was terrible.
Okay.
But I still had my my personal car.
Mm-hmm.
So he's like, honestly, like, he's like, do you have like a car I could use for like, because I have cars, but they're most of them were broke at the time.
I understand.
But I was like, yeah, sure. It was actually in Medina. It was getting worked on, but I just got out of the shop.
Oh wow!
So the keys were there. I'm like, yeah. I'll just tell the tech to leave the keys in the car.
Mm-hmm.
Go take it for the day or whatever you need. So he took it for the day to work, and all went fine. And I was still using my rental car.
Yeah.
And I wanted my personal car back. So.
Oh wow!
Yeah, I mean, when those calls come up, those people that have helped you out in the past, I always try to return the favor and be there for those people that you're really close with.
Yeah.
But that's why I don't keep my circle like this.
Right.
I keep it like this.
You want real ones around you.
Yes.
Yep.
Shout out to Jack. He's one of those.
Dude, Jack's really cool.
Yeah.
I love him.
Yeah, he's cool. We got.
Dude.
What you got?
You're ready for some more. Start wrapping things up here with you.
Yeah, I mean, I guess the only other thing is that you didn't touch on too much is something that you're involved in is fitness.
Dude, fitness is great. It's always there. I love it. I think everyone should do it, especially for like developing your mind and body. I think it's crucial, and I think everyone should do it. And if you're not doing it, then you're missing out, bro.
Right.
Literally missing out. Other than that, I don't know. I really do like self-development, personal development.
Yeah.
I like finances, making a budget, knowing that you're living below your means. I feel like everything that you've said, I can reiterate in my own way. Having a service-based business, grow from that. I don't know.
Yeah, what do you want to do?
Similar to you, like I want to reach a point in my life where I have a lot more freedom than I already do. Before. Yeah.
I'm a little bit different. Similar though. I want freedom, but I want to grow a team, build careers.
Absolutely.
Build the jobs for people.
That's
super cool. Build a big team.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's cool.
I feel like in doing so, in like reaching financial freedom, I have to go through that process.
Yeah.
Because like right now, let's say I have $100,000 business, and then from there, got to get to like 200,000. Then I got to get to 300,000, 500,000, then $1 million, and then I'm starting to feel a little bit more free by then because probably by then I don't have to work. I have the option to work, but I don't have to work.
Right.
If I play all my cards right, of course.
Yeah. Yes, you want to get there, then not work probably.
I don't know, man. I think I'm stuck in this game as long as you are.
I'm completely the opposite. I want to get there to work even harder.
I understand.
That's where you really start. That's where I can really start pushing it.
Yeah.
So we'll see.
I don't think I ever want to cease to grow. There's different seasons in life where maybe you don't grow as much. Maybe you're growing more in a certain season than others. But I think ultimately in this life, you should enjoy it because I don't think work's everything.
No, I don't think so.
I think family's important, friends are important.
I agree.
Finances is one thing, but I think going through personal development and then getting into entrepreneurship, that's like a whole another level of development that you have to get into and enjoy. So far, I've been really enjoying it, man. It's good. I think I've only done this for like a year, and I've grown the most I've ever in my life. I've felt the most confident I've ever in my life because same like you, I was not the best in high school. No. Felt very insecure. I'm like, damn, dude, I'm not doing the homework. I'm failing my tests.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, man, I was failing classes by the end of it. When it was like doing your Regents tests, I did not show up to any of them because I'm this is just a waste of my time. I don't want to be doing this. I want to enjoy my life.
Yeah, I hear you.
So when I was younger, I felt like a delinquent, but I knew I had like a lot of potential to do whatever I want.
Right.
So once I got out of high school, I felt the freedom to do whatever I want. And I really like exploring because there's so many options, and I'm so young that I want to try out a little bit of everything before I really cement my feet down.
Yeah.
So I'm excited to just continue on growing, living. Life's an awesome thing.
Absolutely, man. Sir.
But I definitely want to afford more trips to Puerto Rico.
Yeah,
man.
Hit the nail on the head.
My great grandpa lives there, and it's just so beautiful out there. It's where I want to be, probably later on in life. But right now, I have to focus on the grind and make it to that point where I'm at $1 million.
Absolutely. $1
million plus.
There you go.
There's a lot of people who probably do get lazy once they've hit $1 million.
God, people say getting to it's so funny. They say getting to $1 million is so easy. They're like, I hear so many people say they're like, you could be an idiot and get to $1 million. At the end of the day, I think those people are right.
I think you're right too, because you just have to continue on.
Yeah.
But
it's gonna suck.
Yeah, it will.
I think like we touched on before. I think anybody can get there.
Mm-hmm. So, yeah. I don't think people who are lazy and don't want to put in the work and just want to live a comfortable life, I don't think they're gonna make it.
No.
I mean, even if they show up to work, clock in, clock out, put into their 401ks, I don't know. I mean, then you have just such a rat-wheeled life where it doesn't feel like it's yours to live. You're missing out on so much. And it just...
Yeah, I could see it both ways.
I really do like fulfillments in life.
Right. Yeah, I mean, I see it both ways. I see both sides of things. I mean, honestly, I could go back to working a regular job, but I just wouldn't be fulfilled. I would just know that I could do more.
Right.
But I see why people do it though.
Yeah, absolutely.
Safe, comfortable.
Right, but you're not growing when you're in that safety zone.
You're growing at the the corporate level. You're growing at that speed, which is slow.
Yeah,
but safe.
Right.
Not for everybody.
I think we're a little bit more risky.
Yeah, it'd take.
I think we bet on ourselves.
Yep.
Most of the times.
Yep.
And I think it's
take the gamble.
Yeah, man. It's not for everyone, but
nope.
I think it's definitely fruitful if you get into it.
Yeah.
And I mean,
very rewarding. Down the road. I'm not there yet.
It's
I'm not even close to being there.
It's a long-term gratification kind of process.
Yep.
And I know that I'm not there. I'm just trying to build up my network, trying to build up my skills, and let's just see where it goes.
Right. Yeah. Absolutely.
Dude.
All right.
19 years of age.
Yep.
I think you're gonna go.
It's so embarrassing hearing that number.
Why, man?
Hold on. No, because I don't know.
Very mature for your age.
I just don't see myself as 19. I'm like, when I hear that number, I'm like, oh my god, I'm so young.
Facts, man. You haven't even made it to 20.
I know, but 19, I guess. I don't even tell anybody. Like everybody at work thinks I'm like way older. It's so funny.
Yeah, man, because you present yourself as that.
Yeah.
And I mean, you want to have a great presentation towards anyone that you're working with or it's going to be working with you.
Right.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Hit on the head.
Dude, but 19 years of age.
Yep.
You've got a long way to go. I'm very excited for you. I'm excited to see you grow, succeed.
Yep. 10 years.
Make mistakes.
Podcast again. 29.
Dude,
29-year-old.
I mean,
we'll see.
It should happen sooner than that.
All right. We'll see. We'll see.
There's definitely a lot of things that I would love to touch upon with you because I think pretty much any sentence that comes out of your mouth is worth of value.
I appreciate that, Diego.
Yeah, man, absolutely. I mean, whether it's like real estate, marketing, business, personal development, I love it all.
You learn from a lot of other people more than you can from me, but I give you the basics of what I've
and
learned.
Humble.
And I'm not going to tell you anything I don't know, too.
Right.
You ask me about the e-commerce stuff. I tell you what I do know.
Yeah.
I'm not going to go on and elaborate on stuff that I'm not educated about.
I understand.
Yeah, I'll give you what I know.
Yeah, man.
About past experiences, but I'm not going to try to educate you on something that I don't feel comfortable, explaining you.
Yeah.
Truthful and consistent knowledge about. So.
Absolutely. Yeah. You definitely have already experience in your professions, and I see that, and I'm like, Hunter's great at this and this and this.
Yeah.
But someone else might be good at this and this
Hunter
and this.
Hunter sucks at this and this.
I don't see what you're sucking at.
Yeah, but that's why me and John work together well. He's good at computer and he's good at making websites and doing some of those little things online.
Are you good at playing the piano?
No.
So now I know something that you suck at.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, but no, he's good at computer stuff.
Yeah.
And I feel like I'm more good at I mean, I'm decent at some computer stuff too, but I like to focus on the bigger aspect of business. And
I understand.
If I can focus
on it's so much more fun.
I'll do everything. Like I do the garbage all the time. I'm about to do the garbage after we end this podcast.
I mean, you gotta do what you gotta do. I mean,
if I'm not.
Who else is gonna do it?
My employees could, but I'm not going to tell the employees to do things that I won't do myself.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day,
that's crucial.
The more I can focus on the bigger picture, the more we can grow as a company.
Yes.
I'll do everything regardless.
You're walking the talk.
Yeah.
Well, talking the walk, walking the walk.
Yeah. Same
and
thing.
That's so crucial because you're not going to talk about drop shipping and you've never done drop shipping before.
Right.
You're authentic and you have a lot of integrity. You're not going to teach like a mentorship class on freaking
one-on-one coaching, how to scale your business to $1 million. I'm not even at $1 million.
Right.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
There's so many people like that already.
Oh, it sure is.
Dude.
Yeah, it's a sad thing.
Yeah.
You just got to be careful out there.
Absolutely.
Don't pay for one-on-one coaching from some dweeb.
You got to know them. You absolutely have to know them. Make sure that they're like good in care. Well, you don't even have to, but make sure that you're following a good path. With someone that knows their shit. Pull up the receipts.
Yeah. What business do you own again? Oh, I own an e-commerce site. Sure. What's the name, pal?
Yeah.
What is it? Yeah. Sure.
Absolutely.
So, yeah. What do you do? I do e-commerce. I do dropshipping. Okay.
I do it all.
What is your business? All these people make so much money, but they don't have any business. They don't have a warehouse. They don't have employees.
Yeah.
It's all behind it's all in some black hole. So yeah, these people out here, man.
It's never good to get into, man.
Yeah, no, it's bad.
Oh, dude.
I think it's a good way to wrap it up.
Dude, really appreciate you.
Yeah, no problem.
I appreciate your time.
Pleasure.
Appreciate all the dialogue I got out of you.
Absolutely. Thanks for having me on.
Yeah, man. You're remarkable.
Yeah. All right.
Love you, man.
Yeah. That's great. Great.
How can these people contact you? How can they find you?
You can follow me on Instagram. I think it's Hunter Boisclair with 2 R's.
I'll put it in the links below.
Yeah, or you can DM us on Instagram, Facebook. I'll reach out to you at any of those. So.
And then where's Vitality located at?
Batavia, New York. It's in the Planet Fitness Plaza, 4140 Veterans Memorial Drive. We're open 9 to 8 Monday through Friday. Saturdays 9 to 6, and then Sundays are 11 to 5. But website's always open 24 hours. Submit your orders in there. It's free shipping within 30 miles, meals, supplements, whatever. If farther than 30 miles, we can still ship it to you. The options are all available on the website. It's vitalitynutritiongroup.com or Vitality Nutrition Group shop. We're in a site transition right now.
Okay.
So yeah, either one of those works. I mean, you can always call the store during business hours or email me. All our emails and contact information are all on the website.
Mm-hmm.
You can always call the store, email me, email somebody else, call for my personal number. I'll give it out to anybody. Mm-hmm. I'm not like, I'm not going to give you my personal number.
Yeah, you're not going to gatekeep it.
Call me at 1 in the morning about the business, and I'm going to answer you. Mm-hmm. You call me at 2, 3, 4 o'clock in the morning, I'm not going to answer, and I will answer if I'm up. I'm up probably 20 hours a day.
Yeah.
It's like you have like an 85% chance of me actually answering my phone. Mm-hmm. And then if I don't, my voicemail set up. So,
absolutely.
Leave me a voicemail, send me a text.
Yeah.
You'll be my first call in the morning.
Oh, dude.
Yeah, absolutely.
Let's go.
Yeah, let's go.
Really appreciate you, Hunter.
Yep, no problem.
Yes, sir.
Looks like that's it. All right, guys.
Yep.
Yep.